Now, planning and creating videos for your YouTube channel or vlog can take way too long, especially when you're starting a new channel or you're going through a dip in views like I currently am, and you want to get things fired up again. Now, the strategy I'm going to be showing you inside this video is one that I used just a month ago over a 90-day period to generate 600,000 views. So every time I get a dip and I want to get things going again, I go back to this strategy. And it's that you have to basically create way more content to try and get things fired up again, to try and get the algorithm to pick your channel back up again. So I'm going to show you step by step through this simple process of creating videos and growing your channel much simpler. Now, the first step in the process is having a video bin of ideas. I use a tool called ClickUp for this, and I will put a link in the video description. I believe it's completely free to get started, and I'll put links to all of the resources that I'm going to be talking about inside this video. But you can use this, or you could use a spreadsheet, or you could use any other type of productivity tool like Trello. The idea of this is that I can have a whole bunch of ideas in different stages of development. And what I like about ClickUp is that I can actually add images, and it just is extremely straightforward. So it's the one I've used, and it just makes my life much easier. And what I do is I have a sort of board style view of things that go through all the different stages of development all the way up to upload. But what I want is ideas in the sort of ideas bin here. And the way I do this is I literally take screenshots of videos I like in my niche, in other niches. So even if I'm just on YouTube and I'm, scrolling, doom scrolling and watching videos in my personal time, if I see a video idea or thumbnail that I like, I take a screenshot and I drop it into ClickUp. And those are just really rough ideas. And maybe when I'm doing research for video ideas, I may see a whole bunch of different ideas and just take screenshots and dump those raw ideas into the ideas bin. And most of these will probably never see the light of day and will never get made into any type of video at all. But it just gives me a whole bunch of different video ideas to work from, be it in my niche or other niches outside, such as productivity or business, that have formats that have worked and gone viral for them. So most of the time, I'm going to be looking for videos that are doing well for my competitors and videos that are doing well for other types of channels. As I said, for me particularly, probably more in the productivity and business space because there's some overlap there. But you can literally take outlier videos from just about anything else, any other channel, any other niche. And if those formats work for them, there's a good chance you can repurpose it for yourself. So then I take all of these good ideas, and some of them are just me knowing my niche and having ideas of questions I think people would have, and then I want to validate them later on. And once I have those, I drop them all into this section here. And from here, when I have an idea that I want to develop, I move it through the different stages. And the early stages are validating for my avatar. So making sure that the video is actually something that my audience and my avatar would want to watch. And then the next part is developing the title. So I want to make sure that the title is going to be clickable. It's going to be something that people want to watch. And I tend to use AI for this. And I also search on Google to see if anybody's making similar content on and around that. And then I move them into my studio or vlog bins. And the vlog one means I could record it walking down the beach or out in the street or anywhere. I don't actually need to be in my studio. So sometimes I like to have a few in this bin just so I can go outside. But for the most part, if I'm creating a lot of videos, it's much easier for me to sit here at my desk, press record, and just record a whole bunch of videos. But otherwise, I have the studio one. And then I create talking points, and then I record them, and I edit them. So this is sort of a conveyor belt that I use of developing all of those different content ideas. So once I pick an idea, I'm going to be wanting to develop the title as the first step. So what we do is I'm going to take this one, for example, here. I've already started developing this. So it's already developed and is pretty much ready to go. But if I open this up, it was an idea about creating videos 10 times faster. In fact, it's this very video that you're watching. So kind of Inception style, I'm going to be creating the video on this video to show you the process that I actually do. So you can add additional information here in ClickUp, and I like to add some bullet points inside here sometimes. But otherwise, I like to take this title and I copy it, and then I come across, and what I do is I would actually start to validate this and develop it. Now, I use a tool called Creator Hooks It is a paid tool, but you could also use ChatGPT or Grok to kind of develop your ideas and everything else. The reason I like Creator Hooks is that it's got a whole database and library of outlier videos that are working incredibly well, that they update all the time for many different niches. So I always have ideas that I can develop from inside here. But it also, because of that database, plugs into tools like ChatGPT, and then it taps into the psychology of what makes thumbnails work. So when I put the ideas in here for development, it gives me the different angle that maybe I want to target, such as curiosity or fear or warnings or conspiracy or extreme or warnings or secrets. So what I did is it says to put 1 to 3 sentences in here, which I did. So as you can see, I've just pasted the title that I had, and then I put a little bit extra saying I want to do a walkthrough video to develop the process, so the development process for my videos. So you can give it a couple more lines if you want to give it more detail, and then it will generate some title ideas for you. As I said, use free tools like ChatGPT if you like. I just find this works a little bit better. I think also vidIQ also does this as well. So you have an abundance of tools out there to sort of make this better. And you could always give it more information, saying make it curiosity driven, make it so that it's tapping into the beginner's side or anything like that. So this one here, how to make YouTube videos 10 times faster for beginners, and then / my process. So I actually like that one. So that's the one I want to use. So I would come back to click up and I would update that here. And then I would want to move on to the next process, which is actually going to be I want to check to see if anybody else is using this title here. So I think the main part, I've obviously found it from this guy here. So it's Ali Abdal, and it's a title. It's about 8 months old. Normally I wouldn't want to do them that old, but I like this idea. It was an outlier, and I'm not seeing many people doing it. So we've got an old film booth, Ed Lawrence one. It did pretty well for him a couple of years ago. 8 months ago, got similar amount of views. 7 months ago, this one's on video editing. This was also 10 times video editing. Make videos 10 times faster, 10 easy steps. 7 months ago. Okay, so I can see that this person had a smaller channel, and I know her channel was much smaller 7 months ago. So that means that this probably did okay for her. Maybe, yeah, it was a slight outlier, not massive, but she still got views from it. So it may be worth my time. So they're focusing mainly around editing, but seeing that a small channel did pretty well, and that no one's really made any new content on this in a while. So sometimes you want to see that smaller channels are getting views and other people are actually getting views from the idea. But also, if there's not been any new content on that topic for a while, then it's probably an old format that might have some legs moving forward. So I think it's worth taking a risk on it. So now that I've developed the title a bit more here, and I've also validated it in terms of demand, people being able to get views and everything else, I think there's an opportunity to be able to move forward with this. Now, it's worth noting that when you're trying to move quickly with producing videos, be it vlogs or YouTube videos, then you're really going to be wanting to stick to listicle style videos or one-point videos. So by one-point videos, you can really drill down into a topic and follow the TOS strategy, which I've mentioned previously, which is sticking to the theme or topic of your channel, the outcome or desire or question that they want from watching the video, and then you want to be able to simplify the whole process and use a story to bring that point together. So that's a great sort of vlogging methodology to use for single point videos. But the other simple, easy one to do is the listicle style videos. These are the list videos where it's 3 of these, 5 of the best of this, 10 of the best of that, 10 reasons for doing this, and so on. These videos make it very easy for you to just list out bullet points and create videos incredibly quickly. So on a side note, those are going to be your 2 sort of formats that are going to be the easiest for you to do on any type of video that you decide to sort of replicate or get ideas from. The next thing that I do is I find the video again, and then I click into it and I open it up and I scroll down the description and I find the transcription part here. So show transcript. And then what I do is I come up to the top and it should show the transcript here. You'll see it here. And what you want to do is go toggle timestamps off, so you don't have these bits here. So we go toggle timestamps off, and then what I want to do is copy this entire script. Now we're not copying this. I'm just going to drop this directly into AI to see if there's any points that I've missed. You could just as easily basically watch the video and watch any similar videos and then jot down some ideas on your own, but we want to make this as quickly as possible. I then like to go into Grok because it lets me paste more information and it is getting better. You could use ChatGPT, but sometimes it says, for the free part anyways, that you can't put that amount of content inside. So then what I do is I say, here's the transcript, and I basically say, summarize the main points in this for me. So then I have a summarize of the main things that Ali was talking about in his video. So he's talking about time management challenges. Again, we want to create videos incredibly quickly, so that's kind of the topic of this video. The effortless content creation framework, which is obviously something that he likes to use, and is talking about the importance of the title, thumbnail, and hook, which we always talk about in just about every video. Having the title, the intro, you'll see that I had my intro, which was, I was talking about the problem, which again, I've got my iPad here, I'll quickly read to you. Videos often take way too long to plan and create, and if you're trying to fire up your new channel or bring a slow one back to life after a dip, like I'm doing now, then you need to produce more. So there was a question and a problem, and then I'll walk you through the process that generated 600,000 views in the last few months, etc. So a little bit of evidence or proof. The proof could be the research or anything else, but you just want that info, that intro to hook people. So again, you could get ChatGPT and say, normally the format I like to follow is that you want to qualify that the title and thumbnail match what the video is going to be about. So you want to confirm that they're in the right place. So I'm immediately talking about content taking too long to produce and how to make it faster. So talking directly to the title. And then I want to show a little bit of proof and talk about why they should stick around. So that's the sort of framework I like to follow in terms of the intro. But the intro really is the only part that I kind of script. After that, it's just bullet points. But it really is the ideation process. And by us, what we're doing here is looking at outlier videos, what's working for other people in my niche or other niches, and then taking them in and making them our own. So yes, title, thumbnail, really quite important. And then we come down. I'm seeing if there's any extra points here that I agree with that we could go through. We want to outsource video editing. No, we're just going to do very simple, quick vlog style or minimalist style videos, even talking head like this. So that's what we want to do. We don't want to be editing. In future, you can improve your videos by doing that. But right now, the ROI on your views, if you're only getting a few hundred views, there's no point in paying someone $20 an hour or whatever to edit your video. It's going to be a waste of money. We're doing volume right now. So avoid script writing videos. Yes, this is a point, Ali, that I really agree with. And it's kind of the point I was going to make next is don't script your videos. You want to have bullet points or break down the main points and parts you'll be speaking to. So if you've got you're doing the single point and you're doing the story, think of a way that you can simplify it and tie a story into it to make it more comprehensible so people can understand and comprehend the point you're trying to make easier. Otherwise, if you're doing a listicle style video, outline the main points like I'm sort of doing now, and then walk people through them. Now, I do have a guide, which again, I'll link to. It's completely free. This is my creator's journal. It's something that I'm using here. And literally, this is something I like to use because I like to do a little bit of journaling in the morning to sort of focus my mind and, share the things that you're grateful for and then have a to-do list and outline the things that I want to do during the day. And there's something I used to call the 5-minute journal. And there's main points in that for the main sort of morning section. I've put them together into my daily creators journal, which then basically links to the video that I'm going to develop for the day. And then I can write down the bullet points in here. So not only does it have the to-do things I need to do for the video and for other stuff, and then it's got the idea itself and other, affirmations and things that you want to work on. You don't have to download it if you don't want to, but I figured I would give it to you guys if you want it as well, because then it's a nice morning process of having your coffee in the morning, and then you're developing the idea from your ideas bin. So I've gone into ClickUp, I've picked an idea that I'm going to develop, and then I've written it down here, and I'll develop it further on this thing. And then this is literally what I am reading from now, the different points, and I'm talking to these different points for this video. So it's that straightforward. And if I stop for a moment and I'm reading this and I don't want that in the video, I just edit that out afterwards. So it's nice and straightforward. So I don't even, I don't even follow a script at all. So I just follow the bullet points in that guide, in that journal guide that I do each morning for creating my videos. Next part we've got here is value of time. So I said that about your ROI, such as paying someone to edit and everything else. It's not really relevant. So looking at this, he's got a few good points here, but I'm obviously going to make this video very much my own, to my own personal experiences and exactly what I'm doing. So once you've got your main bullet points on your journal or your guide or your piece of paper or your book or whatever you're using, then those are what you're going to be then reading from. So the next thing you want to do is you want to use what you have now. So if you have your computer, if you have a phone, if you're going to be walking down the street, if you're going to be in the car, however your main format for your channel is for recording your videos, if it's just like me here, speaking to a small camera, desk setup, light, this, bam, press record, and away I go, then use that. Whatever you've got, if it's a webcam, use that. If it's a camera on your computer, use that. If it's your phone set up and you're just talking directly into it, just use that. That's all you have to do. Just use what you've got now and just create videos quickly, because you don't want to add more complex setups now because it's going to slow you down. You can improve over time as you get better at recording your videos and everything else. So better just to record what you have now. And then you work your way through your points, and then that's it. And then you want to end your video pretty quickly. So you want to say, that's it. If you like this video, hit the like button. No, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, I'll see you inside the next one, and end it quickly, because you don't want to hang around too long, as that will affect your watch time. So with that said, the next thing you would want to do is I would use tools like Descript. Now, Descript is a video recording and editing tool. I'm not recording on it now because it's kind of difficult to use and record something at the same time, especially as I'm recording the screen here as well. Well, what it essentially does is it can record your camera and your screen directly into the computer, or you can record on your phone or your camera or whatever else, and then drop it back into Descript. And what it does is, hopefully you can see this, you then have that here, and you can make this smaller or bigger, but you can edit the video as if it's text. So not only can I add captions and edit in a normal way, it has a lot of functionality. It also has, and again, I'll link to this, I think they have a free account as well, so all of that will be in the resources section of the video. But if I go into the layers part, it's got different audio things such as studio sound. And what studio sound, you can't hear this now, hopefully, because I will add studio sound after. But there's a lot of echo in this room. And although I have a dynamic mic that focuses on just what I'm saying and not everything else, inevitably, if you're using your phone or any other type of microphone, you're going to be getting echo and outside noises. And what studio sound does, this is where I love AI and these things, it basically will analyze the video, remove a lot of the background sound, boost your voice, and make it studio sound. So it's using both speakers, and it just sounds more fuller. And then there's other things you could do, adding EQ and compression, but these are all a bit techie. So the only thing I would do, add studio sound, and if it's, you can reduce it if it's too much. But otherwise, I find that really just improves the quality of the audio in your videos, which is massively important. The other thing, if you're going to invest in anything, I'm going off a little bit here, is a light. I would invest in a light, because that makes even, this is just a webcam I'm on now, but it makes even normal cameras on your phone, webcam, whatever, much, much, much better, because half these things already record in 4K. So this can record directly, talking head, straight onto this, but I can also drop video straight into here, and it will transcribe it. And if I delete some of this, it will delete it off the timeline as well. So it's automatically going to edit my videos without me having to do very much. And I can automatically remove ums, ahs, all of that sort of thing if I want. Although that's not too important these days, but it's the speed with which you can just read through this and watch it and then just keep removing bits. And with one watch back, your video can be completely edited. And that's it. That's you done. So then you could even take a screenshot of an image of any of these, and then I could use that as my thumbnail, and then I could drop that into Canva, and then I could automatically just add some text. So you could use Canva, or there's so many free online tools these days. I find Canva to be the easiest. I'm not sponsored in any way by any of these, but if I go into Canva now, you'll see what I did was, because if I looked at Ali's, we go back and we can see his thumbnail. So it's him, and it's got sort of a little ideation, ideas, a little sort of mind map of the different processes. So whiteboard or something like that, something in the background. So what I figured the quickest thing for me to do would be to take a screenshot of the background of my ClickUp board and then bring that into the background, drop some text on the front and a little icon. I just typed in, a vlog thing or a video clacker and put the main point on it 10 times faster. And then that video is ready to go. That's it. I then have an edited video that literally within the morning, during my morning coffee, I outlined all the main points I was going to speak to, stuck them onto my iPad. I then went on, validated the idea, double checked that there was enough demand, people were still getting views with it, and then recorded it, edited it very quickly in Descript, and then basically just quickly took a screen grab and then used that for my thumbnail and created something quite straightforward and quite easy. So that's my process for creating videos 10 times faster. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you inside the next one.